asking Brody about, do you have a chip on your shoulder as quote-unquote undersized interior defensive lineman, wanting to prove that, that doesn't matter?
I probably wouldn't go as far as saying a chip on my shoulder. I think it's something more that's just like intrinsic for me. I've always just wanted to be the kind of guy that's dominating this league one day. So, that's just kind of how I go out and approach every practice and approach every day and approach every workout. I wouldn't say it's a personal chip to anything that has to do with my stature. It's just kind of something intrinsic in me, which, my role models instilled in me.
How would you self-evaluate the last couple of weeks? Where do you feel like you've come along the most this training camp?
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely improved as a run defender. That's definitely something that, I felt like that's a part of my game that I needed to improve, and I felt like over these last couple of weeks I've definitely done that, just striving for more.
To that point, Brody said that you guys had a conversation. You're like, I can't wait to show people that I can be that guy. Was that sort of the mindset you came in with to prove that side of your game?
1,000%. That's just one of the things that, going through this whole draft process that I went through a couple months ago that they said I couldn't do. So, that's what I set out to prove.
Harbaugh was saying, even though you don't look like the prototypical lineman they have right now, that you bring something different. How would you describe what different element you bring to the D-line?
Yeah, I just feel like I'm just not, I guess, stature-wise, the typical Ravens D lineman. But, I feel at the end of the day, the Ravens always have killers up front. So, so I might not be the prototypical size of a Ravens D lineman, they want to say, but, thankfully the Ravens saw something in me to make me a Ravens D lineman. So.
Do you feel like you play a little different than the other guys and can bring something different?
1,000%. I just feel like my game is primarily based on my quickness, my ability to change direction, my leverage. Those are two things that I really try to, emphasize in my game.
Well, you had said at the start of training camp that working with a guy like Nnamdi, you might be a little starstruck at first. What's it been like working with him? How has he helped you along these last few weeks?
Yeah, he's great. He's just a phenomenal person to watch. Go to work. He's a perfect role model for somebody, like myself or any young D lineman wanting to learn how to dominate in the league one day, similar to he's doing now, and will continue to do. Just being able to just watch him and see how he works, and not only him leading by example, but also, telling me things I can improve on my game. So, he's been a great role model so far.
When you had a really good play today, it looked like you blew up one of the run plays that the starting offense was trying to run. When you have moments like that and you're making plays in the backfield against this starting offense, what does that do for your confidence?
It's just, I guess it's just kind of what I feel like I should be doing, I guess. It's not really something I try not to get too high or too low ever, because while that play might be great, it's never as good as you think it is, and it's never as bad as you think it is. So, I just try to continue to take it one step at a time, just take everything for what it is.
From the time of getting drafted to now, what has surprised you the most about becoming an NFL player?
What has surprised me the most about becoming an NFL player?
I did not know that. I didn't know anything like that.
I'll probably say how special the athletes are in the NFL. It's definitely something like, I guess in college, you're not used to every single offensive lineman being just as fast as you. There's some special athletes, especially in this building. So, just going against guys like Ronnie Stanley and Tyler Linderbaum, going next to those kind of guys, every rep is definitely a mental battle and a physical battle, going against such talented athletes.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Thank you.